The iClinic check-in application is designed to replace an older method of checking in by streamlining the check-in process for the patient and office staff. You can have patients checking in on an iPad or even have a dedicated kiosk for them to use. The patient will be able to review and update demographic data, health history, and reconcile any required documents and forms. When the practice has logged into the check-in app, it'll be ready for any patient to use to check in. The patient will sign in their name and birthday. Then select the reason for their walk-in visit. They'll enter or update their information. Then sign any forms that are required. Lastly, they can fill out their history, and then when done, click the Submit button in order to complete their check-in. In a web browser, go to this web address. You'll be prompted for your username, password, and phone number. After the initial login, you'll select the location name from the drop-down menu to log in, if there are multiple locations. This is the check-in web portal. There are 4 patient queues buttons. The check-in button displays a list of all patients that have checked in via the check-in app. The optical button displays a list of all the patients either waiting to work with optical staff or are currently working with optical staff. The in-office button displays a list of patients that are in the office, but it doesn't include patients that are in an optical queue or in the check-in queue. The checked out button displays a list of all the patients that have checked out of the office. There are 5 main buttons. The Set Time Zone button will set the time zone to display. The Reload Reasons button will refresh the list of appointment and walk-in reasons from the practice management system. Hover over the Help button to get a list of icons for patient queue control. And the Refresh and Log Out buttons will do exactly that. The patient list has multiple columns that provide useful information about each patient. Here are brief explanations for each column. Let's see how a patient's visit can be tracked. Click the check mark in the Action column to advance them to their next stop. They're now gone from the check-in screen and now show up in the in-office screen. When the patient's had their exam, there are 2 icons that dictate where the patient goes, either to the optical department or to leave the office. Let's say they want a new pair of frames before they leave. Click on the optical icon, and because this patient wasn't scheduled for an optical appointment, you'll get prompted to select a reason. Select the appropriate one, and you'll be taken to the optical screen, where the patient is listed with an indicator that they're waiting to be assisted. When they're helped, you can click the appropriate action icon, and as the patient is being attended to, 3 new action icons appear for you to select from, depending on where the patient goes next. Let's say they're finished and are leaving your office. You'd click the Gone icon, and they'll be removed from the optical screen, and now show up in the checked out screen.